hard for the Chinese to control. They did shut down YouTube, which is
in China,
yeah. Which is normally available to Chinese.
But the rest of the world's watching.
That's right.
And so what are their concerns there?
Well, they don't want other Tibetans, or they don't want their own people to see the legitimate grievances and the peaceful protests that are going on in Tibet. China only wants people to see some of the violent protests, which is really, as I said, just a small portion of what's going on.
Their concerns are carry over to the larger population of China if they see unrest in other places against the government?
Yeah, and I think, and now people are relating it to the Olympics, and they're extremely sensitive about that. The protesters are really protesting just about the conditions in Tibet. They've been under the thumb of China for so long, and tensions have really just been getting worse in the last 5-10 years. So that's really, it's about racism, which Chinese call Han chauvinism. It's about economics. The Tibetans form an underclass. It's about religious freedom. The monasteries have long been under, very strict conditions, and so on. And this is what's just now bubbling up to the surface, which does happen periodically in Tibet, but this is, as I said, the worst we've seen since 1959.
Has the Chinese government been encouraging the settlement of Han Chinese into the region as a way to change the population mix?
Yes, and that's another huge factor I should have mentioned. They built a railway into Tibet, which was opposed by a great majority of Tibetans. And that railway has brought in a huge influx of Chinese, and those are a lot of the Chinese shop owners and business owners which have marginalized Tibetans. Tibetans are outcompeted by the Chinese because the Chinese have the connections back to China and can bring in goods more cheaply. So, and so there's a huge resentment about this influx of Chinese, and this is what we've seen, is that a lot of these Chinese shops were targeted by the Tibetans during this demonstration.